So we have seen this system, thermal system example. You can take the example of your water heating coil. Okay, so what we have just seen here, there is a liquid which is entering into this tank. It has got a temperature theta I. You have a tank which is insulated to prevent the heat losses into the surroundings, and जो भी inside the tank जो भी liquid है, that is maintained at a constant temperature by making use of this mixer. Okay, continuously वो stirring जब होगा तो uniformly heat distribute होता है. Because of that, temperature is maintained uniform. And you have a heater here. Important thing to note is one thing: whenever you are supplying a heat through this heater, the amount of heat supplied by the heater is equal to the amount of heat taken by this liquid. One thing. Second thing, the amount of heat that is present in this liquid is equal to the amount of heat that with which the liquid is going out. So this is your second thing. These two important parameters are there. Assume that, so initially a steady temperature of the inflow of the liquid is theta I. Okay, this is the temperature with which liquid is entering the tank. And outflow, जो figure में आप देख सकते हो, it is theta I. The outflow liquid, it has got a temperature theta. Now, initially your heater is having a steady state input, that is capital H, initial values. Okay, steady state values are theta I, theta and H. Okay, now if suppose you are changing the heater, heating, if you are increasing the heat, that is delta H, it is the small increase in the heat input rate. Okay, जो initial value है H से delta H, a small amount you are increasing. This is, I'm talking with respect to this heater element. Initial value, it has got H. Now you are changing it to delta H. So what will happen? So let us see the after effects. If you are changing the heat to delta H, if this is your heat input rate from this initial value, then because of this change, what all things will change is, first thing, this will result in increase of the heat outflow rate by the amount delta H1. Okay, heat outflow rate will increase. And second thing, the heat storage rate of the tank inside that, the heat storage rate of a liquid inside the tank will be increased by an amount delta H2. So delta H1 and delta H2. So these two parameters will increase. We will see what is delta H1 and what is delta H2. First, what is delta H1? Increase of heat outflow rate. जिस amount से heat जो liquid बाहर जा रहा है, here, okay, the amount with which the heat with which this liquid is going out, इसका भी change हो जाएगा. This will result in increase of heat outflow rate. That will change, and I'm indicating that by delta H1. And what is the second parameter which is going to change? A heat storage rate of the liquid, that will change. That is indicated by an amount delta H2. And hence, okay, ये दोनों तो change हो गए. When I change H to delta H, first thing is delta H1 will change. What is delta H1? Heat outflow rate. That is वो जो outlet है वहां पे जो heat से वो liquid बाहर जा रहा है, the rate at which that heated liquid will go out, that will increase. And secondly, the heat storage rate of the tank, that is delta H2. ये दो change होंगे, and in turn one more change will happen, that is temperature of the liquid inside the tank and the temperature of the outflow. जो भी ये तो आपको पता ही है क्योंकि आप जब heat supply कर रहे हो, that is very obvious. ये जो tank के अंदर जो liquid रहेगा उसका temperature change होगा. अगर ये temperature change हो रहा है तो same amount, with the same temperature, even the liquid will go out. So temperature तो increase होंगे ही हैं, because heat you're providing, you're increasing the heat. So this is all about the theory I have given you. Let me now coming to the analytical part. Coming to delta H1, what is it? It is increase in the heat outflow rate. Heat outflow rate. I am talking about heat outflow rate indicates जितना heat इस लिक्विड ने एब्जॉर्ब किया है, ओके, जितना टेम्परेचर इस यहाँ पे ज्यादा हुआ है, दिस विल बी इक्वल टू जितना लिक्विड ये हीट एब्जॉर्ब करके बाहर निकलेगा, दैट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो डेल्टा H1 is equal to, I think you have studied about this convection equation, I guess, in physics, thermodynamics. Hope you have studied. So how can I find delta H1 is, it is given by Q, I'll tell you what is Q, Cp, hope you know what is Cp, specific heat of any liquid, right? Each liquid will have its own specific heat, and वो हर एक liquid के लिए अलग अलग होता है, and delta theta, change in the temperature. So this is your convection equation. What is Q? Steady flow rate, that is Q. Cp is the specific heat and delta theta is the temperature of the outflow liquid. At the end जो temperature change या increase होके जो बाहर निकल रहा है वो. So if you take the product of these three, you will get this increase in the heat of outflow liquid. जो बाहर जा रहा है उसका heat increase कितना हुआ है, that is equal to product of these three, Q, Cp and delta theta. Or I can even write this delta H1 is equal to, instead of Q into Cp, okay, steady flow rate into specific heat, it is related to your resistance inversely. R is equal to 1 by QCP. So I have replaced that, delta theta by R. So what is capital R? So obviously each element will have its own resistance. In previous session we have seen hydraulic resistance, right, and even pneumatic resistance. Now we are dealing with the thermal systems, so it is thermal resistance. So we have got delta H1, first thing, and similarly I am talking about the second thing, rate of heat storage in the tank. I am talking about the second thing, जितना heater heat supply करेगा उतना ही amount of heat liquid लेगा. I am talking about that. Delta H2 I am talking about. So delta H2 is equal to m into Cp d by dt of delta theta, that is temperature change. So m is mass of the liquid inside the tank, okay, कितना है उसका mass. Cp is a specific heat, okay, do, okay. Then delta theta is the d by dt of delta theta is the change in the temperature in the tank. क्योंकि आप हीटर का हीट इंक्रीज कर रहे हो, ये सब किस लिए हो रहा है? बिकॉज यू हैव चेंज्ड दिस delta H, you have changed, right? Initially it has got the value H. You can see initially you are supplying the liquid with theta I as the input temperature, and initially heater का value क्या है? Capital H है. So ये सब जो change हो रहा है, it is all due to this delta H. So because you are changing H to delta H, you got delta H1, you got delta H2, and also temperature increase. हीटर का हीट चेंज इंक्रीज कर रहे हो तो ऑब्वियसली लिक्विड जो है टैंक में उसका हीट चेंज होगा, बिकॉज वो चेंज हुआ है आउटलेट के थ्रू, वही लिक्विड बाहर जाएगा तो उसका भी हीट चेंज होगा, इन शॉर्ट. So this is about delta H1. Similarly for delta H2, mCp d by dt of delta theta. So what is I can replace this just like here resistance I have used, here I will use capacitance. M into Cp is directly related to your capacitance. C is equal to M into Cp. C is thermal capacitance. So I'll substitute that here, C into d by dt of delta theta. So the heat flow balance equation, you know, the dynamics of the system, how I can describe in the form of an equation is, what is the change? What is the change in the heating process? H is changed to delta H. It is the sum of delta H1 plus delta H2. The change, in short, कितना आप टेम्परेचर हीटर का हीट आप चेंज किए हैं, इंक्रीज किए हैं, डेल्टा एच. हाउ यू कैन गेट दैट इज, वन थिंग इज व्हाट, बाय गेटिंग द, जितना आप हीट इंक्रीज कर रहे हो या जितना हीट आप प्रोवाइड करोगे उतना ही हीट लिक्विड लेगा, दैट इज डेल्टा H2. एंड जितना हीट ये लिक्विड लिया है उसका टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हुआ है, सेम लिक्विड विल गो आउट. So that is delta H2. So sum of delta H1 plus delta H2 is nothing but your change, the increased heat. So delta H is equal to delta H1 plus delta H2. Delta H1 we have just now seen, it is delta theta by R, and delta H2 is C into d by dt of delta theta. Add both the terms. What is the input and what is the output in this system? We can analyze. Very clearly I have told you, when you are taking initial values, all these, H is your initial value. इस जो भी system में changes हो रहे हैं, it is all due to delta H. If you change the heater's heat, every other things will fall. So that's why in this system, जो ये change हो रहा है heat, that will be your input. And जो temperature change होगा, that is your output. Okay, input is the change in the heat of the heater, and in turn what is happening, जो टैंक में लिक्विड है उसका टेम्परेचर चेंज होगा, एंड कितना हीट वो लेगा, जितना हीटर सप्लाई करेगा, दैट इज डेल्टा H1. देन जितना लिक्विड ने हीट एब्जॉर्ब किया है, जितना टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हुआ है, सेम लिक्विड आउटलेट से फ्लो होगा, दैट इज डेल्टा H2. So this is input, this is output. The remaining thing is taking the Laplace transforms. If you take the Laplace transform, take the Laplace transform, delta H will be delta H of S. This as it is, only simply theta of S and H of S I need to take, plus C into, we have one time differentiation, take multiply it by S, delta theta of S. Now rearrangements, take theta of S common, then you can take the LCM here. I have taken the LCM. Okay, and okay, something is missing here. It is delta H and delta theta. 1 plus CSR divided by R if I take the LCM. Then I want output by input. Output is temperature change, input is heating change, heat change. So output by input, just reciprocal of this, R divided by 1 plus SCR. So this is your transfer function for thermal system. So totally we have studied in today's session. First, we have seen hydraulic systems. Example for that was liquid level, water tank. We have derived the transfer function for that. Then we have seen pneumatic systems, air pressure. Then the third one is thermal system. You can take any heating coil or geyser or anything, any chemical reactor also, where you want some specific temperature, and after some specific temperature your chemical reaches, through the outlet the liquid will flow out. So you can take this as an example. So that is the thermal system. So these three systems transfer function we have studied. Still two more additionally we have to see. These two are mentioned in your prescribed textbook, so I'm dealing with them. Okay, additionally you can see, additionally we will be finding the transfer function of levered systems and gear trains. ये दो का transfer function find करना है. So till today we have completed these physical systems, fluid and thermal. Fluid में hydraulic, pneumatic, thermal. So three systems: liquid level, air vessel, and maybe some gas, a geyser or some chemical reactor. You can take the exam. So in next session maybe that will be after your internals, will be we will be covering these two, and then we will be going for block diagrams.